Hey, good morning. Let's go over today's trade plan. So in the overnight session, ES opened on a wide gap up, which breaks us outside of the balance from the last couple of weeks here. So heading into the open, we know that the buy side is dominant and in control. Our overnight session bias is bullish and our short-term bias is bullish as well. The challenge is that ES is set to open near resistance here at 76.75 to 78.75. So off the open, we need to see signs of continued strength and continued upside momentum. And because we already have the bias favoring the upside, as long as we can continue the momentum on the day time frame, and it doesn't necessarily have to be very high momentum, but as long as we are seeing the tick holding above zero and printing at least somewhat decent values, even around plus 5 to 700, the bullish bias and trend can continue. A break above 76.75 to 78.75 would confirm the strength that we've seen in the overnight session. Beyond that, we have some resistance at 81 to 83. It's not really a strong area of resistance. If we can break out above 76.75 to 78.75, then the next major area of resistance is at 87 to 89 and 90.5 to 92. NASDAQ has already pushed to a new all-time high, and ES and the Russell could also be headed towards their own respective all-time highs. It doesn't necessarily have to happen today. It could take 2 or 3 days to get there, but that could be the final target on the upside over the next several days, given the larger time frame breakout. But on the day time frame today, the range extreme is going to be up at 90.5 to 92, and 87 to 89 is significant resistance as well. So off the open, the immediate important resistance is going to be 76.75 to 78.75. If we can take that out, then we could slowly make our way to the next zone and eventually 87 to 89. If we fail at 76.75 to 78.75, then on the downside, the first area of important support is at 65 to 67, and that is still an area where buyers can be active. Below that, we have support at 58.25 to 60.25, which marks the previous week's high, and then we have support at 55.5 to 56.5 with the 56.25 high volume node there, and that's a really good spot for the buy side to step in as well. So ideally, the market does not break the 65 to 67 area, but even if it does, buyers can step right back in at the support zones below, given the overall bullish bias that we're working with right now. So our focus is going to be much more so today on the long side, but like I said, the challenge is that we are set to open near resistance. So in order to buy it at such aggressive location, we need to see that continued strength in real time and that continued momentum in real time. If we're not seeing that, then it's best to wait for the market to pull back to some intraday support area or for it to pull back to even 65 to 67, because we could simply balance at higher prices today. We don't necessarily have to just break out and trend to the upside, but given the fact that we are dealing with a larger time frame balance breakout, the upside could continue. It's just going to be a matter of how you capture it, and sometimes the way the market sets up, it becomes very difficult to capture the upside even though the probability of the market going higher may be fairly high, because we still need to find a spot where there is good reward to risk, where the probabilities are really lined in our favor, and where we can at least have some sort of invalidation point to lean on. And that doesn't always shape up to be the case when the market's opening on such a wide gap to the upside. So those are the main ideas heading into the open. Let's see if the buy side can maintain the control that we've seen here in the overnight session, and we'll take it from there.